Good evening to the Whitmore family and everyone here. Thank you guys for having me and allowing me to share Zaire, my son. Zaire was born October 22nd, 2015. As Kim mentioned to us already, that was the day she felt like she died. March 7th, 2016 was the day I felt as though I died. I didn't understand what was happening in my life or why it was falling apart. As I sat in the hospital, I couldn't understand, I couldn't grasp the concept that me, Felicia, my son Zaire, was on life support. I never imagined walking out of the hospital without one of my children, let alone my 4-month-old son, my baby boy. As I began to shape life without Zaire, I quickly realized that this was different than any experience I'd ever had before. This was different than losing a family member. It was different than losing a friend. It was a direct loss, close, and I couldn't change it. I could often tell myself that my grandmother was in a different state or my cousin was in a different state when they passed. Couldn't say that was I. He belonged here with me. Zaire was 4 months old. This wasn't supposed to be his life, and it wasn't supposed to be mine. Barely, it just began. It seemed as though everything was moving so fast, leaving me behind, and every second it was harder for me to catch up. As I attempted to make sense of the tragedy and move forward with life, I soon realized my life prior to March 7th, 2016 no longer existed. A lot of things had changed and things would be different from here on out. I welcomed a new normal without my approval. I soon realized despite me not being ready for life, it was gonna keep moving forward. I returned to work 2 weeks after Zaire passing, hoping it would be normal. It wasn't. I attempted to hang out with friends. I couldn't. Seeing other women pregnant and being around babies, that wasn't gonna happen. My family didn't seem to understand the need for me to hold on to Zaire's personal belongings. Friends didn't know what to do or say, so they soon became non-existent. As I searched for a place that I could talk about Zaire and not feel bad, I soon found a few grief support groups. As I went to these groups, I soon learned that African American people didn't have the opportunity to grieve. But the bigger problem was African American people don't know how to grieve. Oftentimes we hear life should go on. You have other kids. Put it in the back of your mind. You'll eventually get to it. This is normally what adds on to ambiguous loss and disenfranchised grief. Everything gets pushed to the side. After searching for programs that spoke directly to my heart and people who could actually understand from my level of understanding what I was going through, I found that there were no programs specifically safe for African American mothers to experience their grief. Thus, Healing Our Hearts was created. Healing Our Hearts serves as a grief support group spanning across the city of Madison, assisting African American mothers and their family with grief. We provide self-care items sold by small business owners across the state of Madison, and at this time we offer limited grief support through group meetings. The primary goal of Healing Our Hearts is to share a little love and let mothers know that there is someone who understands your experience, someone who can understand, someone who can sympathize, while creating a safe space to share their emotions and feelings of losing their children. Grief isn't something that's foreign. It's here, and we just have to learn how to deal with it. I decided that I wouldn't bury Zaire, that I would cremate him. One of the reasons why I made that decision was a poem by Mary Fry. That poem says, "Do not stand at my grave and forever weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I'm 1,000 winds that blow. I'm the diamonds glance in the snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am in the autumn's rain. When you are waking in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds circled in flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and forever cry. I am not there. I did not die." To the Whitmore family and all of you, thank you all for sharing Alana with me and allowing me to share Zaire with you.